Okay, so you're saying to yourself, I don't have money for Facebook ads. I can't pay for Google ads and get stuff on YouTube. Hey, look, I need to grow my team. I need to get an audience, but I need to do it without money, right? I got more time and sweat equity to put in. I need the step-by-step on how to build my audience so I can start getting some money in. Well, I'm glad you showed up today with the Automation Answer Live. We're going to be talking about that step-by-step way to, of course, gain that organic growth if you don't have the money. All right, now it is going to take time, but of course it's going to be a whole lot easier when you can see this simple strategy for building your audience and actually gaining rapport with potential clients. I'm Josiah, Mr. Therapy Kostek. This is Automation Answer. All right, guys. See, now what you might not get is that there's a lot more ways to build your audience than simply paying for ads, okay? And this is pretty much where we all start out. If we don't want to be link slingers, we have to actually find ways to build a rapport with people. And we're going to be looking at a step-by-step process to be able to do that effectively. Not only that, but start understanding how clients think and what actually gets them to come and look at the solution you're offering them. But first, before we jump into that step-by-step strategy, a quick shout out to my sponsor. You can find out a whole lot more by going to automationanswer.com. This is the one tool I use to give myself that professional digital presence online. Look, when we're trying to build our audience, when we're trying to sell products and services online, nothing works better than actually being able to send people to a website. And of course, that fourth part in building successful online business is automation, right? We need tools that are going to be able to automate us. So this is where I go to get them. And if you want to give them a quick 7-day trial, head on over to automationanswer.com. You'll be able to start that today. But back to the organic team growth strategy. First thing we want to understand is the dynamics. We want to go ahead and understand that there's many strategies out there, okay? There is no one, end-all, be-all strategy, all right? There isn't one thing that works for everybody, but this is one strategy that you're going to be able to employ. Obviously, as we, grow and we learn more and we do more research on YouTube, we're going to find the Grant Cardones, we're going to find the Gary Vaynerchuks, we're going to find the Tony Robbins and all those people out there that have many different strategies. We're going to want to try them all because some are going to work for us, some ain't gonna work for us. Maybe we target an older demographic with our products and services. We're gonna talk differently to those people than we would if we're targeting maybe 20 to 30-year-olds, right? So different strategies work for different people. This strategy is going to work for some people. It's not going to work for other people. It's just a strategy, but I suggest you go ahead and give it a try if you're trying to get that organic growth, all right? Now also, like I said, this is all about having more time than money. You can always accelerate this strategy if you want to put some money behind it, whether it's like a $5 a day Facebook ad or what have you. But generally, this is for people that don't have the money to grow their audience, so they're going to have to do it by putting in some time and effort, right? That's what we call that sweat equity, all right? This is also an attraction marketing strategy, right? This is more about inbound. This is about getting people to come to us once they, gain interest out of seeing our content. Now, we are going to, put some outbound effort in, right? We're actually going to go out. We're going to try to find people that make a good professional post, but maybe they could use that extra help with the tools and services that we actually offer, right? So we want to get people to know, like, and trust us by engaging their viral content, their very popular content, right? But we also understand this is a long game strategy, and it's going to take some time. So just keep that in mind. Nothing happens overnight. Of course, especially with this being a numbers game. Look, we got to be honest. If we know that we're converting 3 to 15% of people we engage, all right? We're actually getting paid by 3 to 15%. We talk to 100 people, 3 to 15 people are going to be paying us, right? It's a numbers game. And of course, the more we do it, the more we engage people, the better we get, the better our odds of conversion are going to be, right? But when we're starting out, all the way through, it is a numbers game. Organic growth means you are going to have to put in time to go out, reach out to these people, and see if you have a solution to their problem for their business, all right? So keep that in mind, of course. And again, we're filtering these prospects down to 1, all right? Maybe 3, maybe 10. Not every one of these 100 people are going to actually buy your stuff. But the more we engage them, the more they'll fall off. The more they'll say they're not interested. Maybe they'll block you or just keep it moving, right? You never know. But either way, we're going to continue to engage these people, finding out more and more information about them, and then slowly that 100 will turn to 10, will turn to 3, possibly down to 1, but you're going to have a better connection, great rapport with that prospect you're trying to engage. And again, our engagement style, of course, is that LT strategy. Let them love them, right? People love people that let them talk about themselves, right? Anytime we allow somebody to talk about themselves, they're going to enjoy us even more. And we want them to talk about themselves because this also gives us research points, right? We get to find out the things that they're going through, the good things and the bad things, right? And again, the more they talk about themselves, the more questions we ask them where they can talk about themselves, the more they're going to know, like, and trust us, right? Eventually, they're going to turn around and want to know a little bit about us. But we're going to wait for them to step on out there and start asking us questions. Next, of course, we want to identify our target market. Now, you guys remember from past trainings about our TPPs, right? Our targeted personality profiles. No company on earth that's made over $1 million hasn't created a targeted personality profile. This really helps us gain an understanding on who is, considering purchasing our products and services, right? Now, we can make a fictitious profile. Some companies will even get a picture of a person that kind of, exemplifies the person that they're going after, because there's going to be some products that some people want if they're older but not younger, right? There's going to be, no grandmother is going to buy a motor scooter, but a younger person will, all right? Younger people probably aren't going to be buying funeral plots, you know what I mean? So we're going to be talking to different people in different ways and having a nice structure of the people that are trying to consume our stuff. That's a good place to start, right? Now, there might be lots of different types of people. Maybe there's young people and old people that are buying our product. Well, that's great. So our targeted personality profile is going to be honing in on the people we're specifically selling our products and services to, right? Maybe I'm not so good at selling my product to the older demographic. Well, then I'm going to focus my targeted personality profile on a younger person, right? It might be a guy, might be around the age of 24 to 28, might generally be a white or Hispanic guy, maybe if I'm living down in Texas, might be a white guy if I'm living up in New York, might be black guy if I'm around inner cities or certain areas of the country. Maybe we're talking about a completely different country where there ain't no white people or no black people. You never know. But knowing who is interested in purchasing our product is about knowing the details, the specifics about this individual, knowing their habits, knowing what they're trying to achieve. You know what I mean? All right, so we want to focus on getting a real good targeted personality profile put together for our marketing purposes. Also, we want to again discover people's personal passions and their fears. We know that needs and wants aren't enough to make people purchase. I need things, but I know I'm not going to purchase them in the next 5 years. Only things that I actually, are driving my passion, maybe a camera for me to be able to continue doing my work. I love my work. It's my passion. I'm going to buy a camera if I need one, right? Or are my fears, fear of going without? What if I needed a medication or a family member did? I'm going to make sure that that purchase comes before tons of other ones because I fear what would happen if my family member didn't have that medicine. So finding out people's passions and fears is a great motivator and what's going to push people toward actually using that solution to get a benefit at what they're offering, right? And of course, we discover their why. We discover why they're doing what they do, why they're pursuing the career they're pursuing, why they're interested in, or should be interested in your products and services, right? Again, everything we offer is a solution to something, so we want to make sure that we're finding out that why and seeing if it coincides with it, right? Now, This all ain't going to work if we are not prepared, all right? So the third step we're going to be covering is our preparation, starting with, of course, having an amazing product, right? If you got a crap product, don't even try to market. It's all going to fall apart anyway. This is about team building and organic team growth, okay? This is so we have people that we're going to be able to work with, train with, and grow with, and they're going to continue selling products and services, helping you make a residual, right? So we want a product that has years of growth, a great company, right? Successful founders. If the founders of the company you're looking at went bankrupt 3 companies prior to this one, it's not looking too good, right? So make sure they have a successful record, right? A good certificate of registration for our company, ensuring that we're being regulated by some government, making sure that we're doing business appropriately. An established product's been around, right, for a good long while. And of course, a supportive community and staff. Nothing is worse than trying to purchase a product and then go into the page and trying to find some kind of support link, a phone number you can call in case there's an emergency. What about, contact information, the email, or even visit a location? If a company doesn't have any of these things, you're in bad shape. More than likely, you bought into a scam. Say it, but these are those red flags we definitely want to keep our eyes out for, right? We also want to make sure in preparation that our profiles are optimized, not just our personal profile, but our business profile, right? We want to make sure that we got great content lined up in there. Our intros have a nice bit of professional, clean information about us. Also, our call to action link is always helpful to have that in there. Also, look at our banners. Look at our profile pictures. They got to say something about us. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's great to have things about our family. But you can see right there the reason I am, right, with my wife and my kids there. This is something that motivates me. My why, something that entrepreneurs are totally going to get. So you want to also look at the pictures, look at the videos, look at the posts and stuff that are going down your page and decide, is this something that is going to, make me look professional when people come and, follow my content back to my pages? Are they going to see a professional? Are they going to see somebody that's airing dirty laundry? Somebody that has a bunch of goofy stuff all over their wall? Hey, I'm sorry, guys. If I see that, I am not going to probably jump in that company with you. I need somebody that's fully focused and doesn't use their Facebook for playtime. They use it to build their income. That's exactly what we're doing over here with the Automation Answer. So get those profiles optimized. And of course, fill them suckers up with your viral content, right? These are the 5 types of content you want to be using if you want to drive traffic and build an audience of people that trust you, like you, and know you, right? Starting with V, value content. Content's going to help people. It's going to give them, assistance. It's going to teach them tips, tricks, hacks, anything that's going to help them do their job better and more effectively, right? That value content. Next, we have entertainment content. Look, I don't care what business you're in. You can find clips from movies that, have entertaining stuff about them that's in your market, your industry, right? I can find something from The Wolf of Wall Street. I can find something from The Big Short. I can find other things and other, movies and TV shows that have to do with building a business. I can make funny memes with images from them. Anything that's entertaining. It's going to engage people that's into the same stuff I am, right? So entertainment content. Also engagement content. Ask those questions, make them real specific, and get people to comment down below. All right, that's going to definitely boost the discoverability of your content, getting it seen by way more people. So you're not going to do that unless you're able to actually ask people and get them interested in what the conversation is enough to jump into it, right? Then we have our results content. Hey, nothing gets people more motivated than actually showing your results. I got a results video right there on facebook.com/automation answer. You could see the money and the team that I built in the last company. Gives me a little bit more validity that I know what I'm talking about, right? So show those results. And of course, L, lifestyle. Hey man, nothing's better than being able to kick back and say, hey guys, I hope you're having a great Friday, really working, pushing in the team. I decided to take the family out to eat, so we're out here Red Lobster, gonna have a great meal. But hey, this is the upside of making money from home. I hope you guys get to soon, but I'll see you on the next one, right? That's an amazing lifestyle video. Took 30 seconds, actually showed you being able to go out and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So make sure you're making that lifestyle content also, all right? So Vero's going to teach it all, and help remind you. Value content, entertainment content, engagement content, results content, and lifestyle content. That's what's going to get people engaging with you, all right? Now, 4, we want to make our initial contact, all right? Now, we're not going to do it, in this strategy, starting up by sharing content out. We're going to do it by finding other people's content, all right? And this strategy is going to say we're going to try and make initial contact with 100 people, all right? We're going to reach out to them. We're going to make our very first contact with them, today, all right? Now, it seems like a lot, but if we consider we're going to take 5 hours to do it, that gives us 3 minutes a person. Now, when we're making our initial contact, we're scrolling through the group, we're finding a post that's actually, saying something that's professional, motivational, inspirational, a storytelling, a good piece of value content, right? Just like we talked about a moment ago, that viral posts. When you find those are the kind of people we want to talk to because they have some kind of understanding on professionalism and entrepreneurship, right? So we're going to take our time. We're going to find them. We're going to do a little research. When we find one, open another tab, maybe scroll down their profile, see what kind of company they're in, how they're posting, maybe see how professional they are, see if they have a website. But we're going to take a couple minutes to do this quick research before we respond to them, right? Now, once we did a little research, we're going to want to, obviously continue searching these different groups. And there's tons of them. This is where we're going to be able to find everyone, right? We're going to be able to go to network marketing groups, our multi-level marketing groups, online sales groups. You can search work from home, even affiliate marketing, and you're going to find tons and tons of different groups for that, right? So when we first reach out to them, we're going to locate those posts that have that good viral content, value content, engagement, entertainment, results, lifestyle. We're going to want to reach out and engage that content creator. As you can see, I did a nice example here, right? I went to work from home network marketing group. I joined the group, and then I found a young lady right here, and I engaged her. She shared a Zoom video. It was an hour old, almost 700 views, all right? And it looked like something that's very entertaining. I know about Zooms. I know about presentations, so this was an easy one to reach out to her. I simply said, wow, man, a great webinar, tons of info. It was over, 40 minutes long. And I just simply asked, are there regularly scheduled, Zooms that people can attend? So I gave her 1 or 2 sentences, and I asked her a very specific question, and everything was focused on the post that she made, all right? Specific sentences, specific questions, right? Now, she's going to come back and she messaged me back. She's real interested that I was interested in the content that she made, so she let me know exactly what I was asking for, those Zoom times, all right? Now, I'm building rapport. So now I'm going to engage her response to me. This is our second contact with this person. I'm going to do the same exact thing I did before, 1 to 2 sentences, and ask a question specifically about her responses to me. But then I'm going to add a step, guys. I'm going to go over to her page, and I'm going to find some content that also falls in line with what we're doing, what we're talking about here. So I found another Zoom on her page. Also found an inspirational, a motivational quote. I liked both of them, right? Now this is going to see what, this is human nature, guys. When we actually share a post, that somebody's interested, they're going to look at the post. They like it. Generally, they like to come back and look at our page. Look at where the source of that content came from. That's why we took, a step a moment ago to make sure our personal and our professional profiles on Facebook were clean, professional looking, didn't have a bunch of BS content in it, right? We want to show we're professionals. So I went back, I liked her stuff, showing that I'm even more interested, and this was just another notification she got showing that, I am, actually wanting to engage her content. More exposure. She see my name a few more times there, right? So I reached out to her, I responded 2 sentences, another question about the post, and then, of course, I went and I engaged some of the posts on her page, right? Now, we're going to get to that request, right? We don't want to rush sending a firm request, all right? One, we want to know a little bit more about it. And, it looks cheesy. It looks grabby when we just rush and send a firm request directly out to them. When we send a firm request, we want to at least have a good reason of why we're sending a firm request. How embarrassing is it when we just meet somebody, we send them a firm request, and we're like, I don't know you. Why did you send me a friend request? And we got no good answer, right? So basically, one thing I want you to keep in mind is when you do send these people a friend request, have a good reason why. I simply told her, look, I love Zooms. I like attending them, and anytime I see people doing Zooms live on Facebook, it shows they really, really believe in their company. So that's why I'm going to send you a friend request eventually, because I want to keep up with you. You look like a very serious entrepreneur. I like working with serious entrepreneurs, and I laid it right out there. All right. I also let her know, hey, I'm probably interested in looking at your website. Now, if she don't have a website, hey, that's room for me, right? So I'm kind of planting seeds ahead. But that's what I'm going to do, all right? I'm going to feel her out a little bit, and I'm going to show her that I have some kind of interest, and there's, actual validity behind my reason I wanting to send her friend requests. But our job is to learn, all right? That's what we're going to do. When we have a conversation with these people, it's got to be with a purpose, just like a map. Every single new prospect we talk to, imagine they come with their own treasure map. You're here, you got to get to them there, and this is our conversation route. We don't want to get off talking about kids. We don't want to get off talking about sports or anything like that. I know people want to be friendly, but hey, if you're starting this conversation out, it's good to be less friendly and more direct, okay? Now, you don't have to lead the conversation fully. Let the people do their thing, but we want to ask questions and guide from behind, right? We want to ask questions and guide the conversation that way. So make sure you have a purpose in what you're trying to do, getting them to the Zoom, getting them to try a product, getting them to, look at a website, follow your page, anything like that. Know what you're trying to get them to do before you start that conversation up. And again, this is our conversation ratio. 80% questions. We're trying to learn. I keep saying it. We're trying to research. We're trying to find out everything we can about this person, because that's the only way we're going to find out if this thing is going to be a solution to their problem. Not just something they want, not just something they need, but something that's going to help them reach one of their passions or solve one of their fears, all right? That's what's going to make them purchase now, all right? The only way to find out if this is going to solve one of their passions or one of their fears is asking questions, right? And again, it's a two-sided sword. The more questions we ask, the more they talk about themselves, the more rapport we build, the more they like us, right? So we're also going to reflect on things they say, 10% observations, and then 10% giving some opinions and some rare advice. Again, we want to show that we're experts, but we want to build rapport, and we're going to save giving all the good advice for when they start asking us questions back. Trust me, it's only a matter of time. So we gain knowledge, all right, about our prospect, 100-fold, right? And ways to do that is to seek advice. Ask them, hey, you've been doing this for a while. Can you give me some pointers? Hey, I heard you talking about Zoom. I heard you talking about YouTube. I heard you talking about, building teams. Can you give me a few pointers? Or how do you do this? Or what's the first step to that? Or what was it like when you began? Get advice from them. They'll talk to you. Also, you can easily reach out to them. Hey, I'm with this company or what have you, but, can you tell me a little bit about yours? I've heard about this company, but what's the difference between this company and yours, right? Or I'm in this industry, but I talk to a lot of people that are in your industry. Can you tell me a little bit more? Maybe you're in health and wellness, but you really love real estate and you're trying to break in there. So you can easily say, hey, I seen you're in real estate. Looks like you've been talking about this stuff for a while. Can you give me a few pointers? Tell me where I can start learning more. So ask them about a company or an industry. People will talk to you. All right, request referrals. If you end up reaching out to them and you talk to the company or talk about the company, all right, and they're still not interested, don't just say goodbye, all right? Ask them, hey, all right, cool, you got a website, you're kind of into it, you're taken care of, but, what's the chances you happen to have any other prospects that could really use this tool, this service, right? So ask for referrals from these people, you know what I mean? You already built some rapport. It was a friendly conversation. They didn't need it, but maybe they know one or two people you can, offer your services to, and they can refer you, right? Powerful, powerful way to save a sale, right? And of course, this is the trick to get them into Zoom webinars with you. Ask for their expert opinion on a company. Say, hey, sir, I've seen that you're real, good at, doing presentations. I have this webinar, that I got invited to, has a great tool, and I just want to see, could you go to this webinar with me? Let me know what you think about it. Do you think it would be a waste of time? Do you think it's a company that's going to be around? Do you think the tool's worth paying for? Can you give me a little help with that? And sometimes people will join you on that webinar. Invite them to your sponsor's webinar, your company webinar, and then get into a conversation about it afterwards, right? People like being mentors. When you go, you compliment them, you acknowledge your expertise, and you humbly ask, for that good advice. All right. So just get some feedback. These are, 4 great ways to be able to start getting that conversation revved up with your prospects. Now, as soon as you get friend requests accepted, whether they send it to you or you send it to them, you're going to be getting followed. All right, they're going to be following your page. You're going to be following their page. You pay attention to the content they post. This is going to teach you more, but also be knowledgeable about the content they see. You can't go posting unprofessional content. You can't get into religion. You can't get into politics unless your product or service is specifically, in the industries of, politics or religion. You need to keep it professional and not just, sales content about buying products all the time. Get value content, that engagement, that entertainment content. This is what is going to make people continue to engage your stuff. Then when you finally do invite them to a webinar, they're going to be much more likely to want to see what's going on, right? So don't mention your company, all right, until they ask you about it first or they engage your content. That's when we're going to be able to open up, all right? If you've been asking questions, you've been getting to know them, they like you because you you let them talk about themselves endlessly. Eventually, they're going to see 3 or 4 awesome posts that you made, and they're going to want to know more about your company. So wait until they come to you to start talking about the company, or you're just going to sound like you're using them for a sell, all right? Again, we're building rapport, attraction marketing, the long game, all right? So go ahead, let your client do the talking, all right? And while you're getting all that good information from them, they're going to be getting information from you from your content, right? Let the client talk and let your content do the talking for you. They're going to be following your page automatically as soon as the friend request is taken. So let that content, make that engagement content, ask questions, get them curious, share good reviews about your company from time to time. Anything you need, share good videos, images, and links that they're going to want to click on. Not a bunch of sales stuff, value, baby, those viral posts, all right? Get them interested, all right? Now, here's our follow-up engagement. Anybody that likes, shares, or comments on our posts, we're going to go thank them. Now, a lot of the time, they'll have be people that just like our posts, and then they just keep on scrolling, right? The conversation could have went further if they would have started a conversation, right there in the comments. So don't wait for people to just comment back for them or to share, all right? Go in, and if you see somebody likes it, go and name them. Tag their name in it, thank them for the like, and ask them a question, all right? Thank everybody you can that likes, shares, and comments. They're helping you get more discoverability, which means more sales, all right? So next, we definitely want to go in, if we can get that conversation going in the comments, just like we did in the beginning, where we were starting building rapport with people on their posts. Hey, once we start building rapport on our posts, hey, we're going to get into a private conversation. Now, if we ask them, hey, how's things going with your company? How's things going with your product? You're either going to be like, man, I'm killing it. I love it. This is great. So much money. Never had success like this before. All right, that's good. If you get anything else other than that, it's bad. Okay? They're either really excited or anything else. It's not so bad. Slow start. I don't really understand. Look, you're going to get that stuff. So I want you to understand. Now, if it's really, really good and they're really, really excited, it doesn't mean that they're not going to want to buy our stuff. It means that we are going to market in a different way, right? So if we're going to be getting good responses from our people, just like my awesome sponsor, my product, hey, people are coming in, they're building their business, they're getting more customers, they're getting more leads, all right? Does that mean they don't need my product? Heck no, it means they need it even more because they need help managing all these leads. That's why we offer them a customer relationships manager, right? Let's say maybe that they're really killing it and they're getting tons and tons of traffic. Now they should be good. Now, heck no, man. They need automation tools. They need autoresponders to be able to send them out emails in a sequence, right? They need a webinar tool to be able to give them information that's recorded so they can see it at their convenience. Funnels to take them down the buyer's journey. You need these extra tools. What if you're getting more customers than ever before? Well, obviously you're going to need to be able to communicate these people. Web bots, chat bots, auto post schedulers, so you can share out content, on a schedule and not have to worry about getting behind because you're able to focus more on your clients. All right. And also, of course, when you're having a lot of success, you got all that time and money, what are you going to do then? You're just going to stop? Are you still going to rail it and like the bottom salesman? No, you're going to want more opportunities. You're going to have expert advice. You're going to have e-commerce, e-learning membership sites that are going to allow you to be able to, find new ways to build an income. So all of these tools are a solution for people that have a good response. Now, if you get a bad response, we see these all the time. I don't know how to close. I can't post online. Don't know what to post. I can't get traffic. Can't get leads. Bad product, obviously. No mentorship. No training. It's terrible. It's a sad, sad story, right? But there are ways that we can get around this too. We don't want to try to convince them we have a magic genie lamp, all right? But there are ways to better yourself, all right? One, don't deceive, don't lie. Just keep it real. Look, say, I've been there, I've experienced this stuff, man. Let me see if I can help get you some information, all right? Don't mislead them. Don't let people think that you're going to buy into their company if you're not going to, all right? We might want to learn about the company. We want to learn about the founders or them specifically, but we don't want to convince them that we're going to buy their stuff, all right? That's bad. And at the end, as soon as you turn around and try to sell yours, they're going to know it was a fix the whole time, right? Hey, if they need some help, send them a video, invite them to a webinar. Really easy way that you can convey good information. Or, maybe your, company doesn't grab their attention right off the bat. Go look up some helpful articles somewhere online. Send those to them. Or, offer a little bit of advice. Now, again, if we're going to be offering advice, we want to make sure that we know exactly what we're talking about. We don't have to be, top-notch experts to be able to give good advice. But we don't want to pretend to be experts either, right? So give advice when you speak from experience or when you have a really, really great source, all right? If you followed a great strategy that, Patrick Bet-David from Valuetainment put out there and it's been working great for you, go ahead, turn around and say, hey, I seen this great strategy by Valuetainment. Patrick Bet-David laid it all the way out there. Here's a summary. You can watch a video in the comments below. Boom. There you go. So you got to pass on some great strategy, without being too spammy, too selly. And of course, you don't have to be, a million-year expert, right? So with that, man, I hope you guys got some value, some, help out of that, man. This is just, again, one strategy to get some organic team growth if you don't have that money to start. If you did get some value from this, I know you're going to hit that subscribe button and make sure you share it out there. On our way to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Really love you to be one of them, right? Also, you can always find us on Facebook, facebook.com/automation answer. Man, we got events that you can click on and learn more about. Tons of videos, tons of lives. Hey, you're going to even be able to see this one on there. So, make sure you check us out on Facebook. And once again, I can't get away without shouting out, our amazing sponsor. That's right, man. It's Builderall. Go to www.automationanswer.com to learn more. Look, like I said, man, I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff online. This one tool does 99% of my work for me, all right? All those awesome tools you heard about in this training, they're all available right here. So get on the link, automationanswer.com. You're going to be able to try a 7-day trial. Click around, you'll find it there. And then, of course, you'll be getting in contact with me and joining my personal team. So it's going to be real fun, and I can't wait to see you there. But with that, hey, man, I just got to remind you one more time, keep stacking those odds in your favor for success. I'm Josiah, Mr. Therapy Kostek, and thanks for joining us on Automation Answer Live. We'll see you on the next one.